everyone, it's me, Teacher Saimai from TSL. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. First time we met on a sample of my English class, but this is the second time that we are seeing each other. Did you miss me? Well, this time I'm gonna give you a sample of my English class again, but it's gonna be more intense. Don't worry since I'm here because we're gonna get through it together. Well, we're gonna talk about meeting and knowing new people. In my opinion, I think the first important step is introducing yourself, since it can be your new friend's first impression, so that they will remember you. Today, I would like to give you a sample of lesson from Intro Whirling textbook, Unit 1, Introduction. Let's see what's inside. Well, from this picture, what do you see? Correct. You can see a picture of Japanese students meeting on the street in Osaka. Since Osaka is a large city with almost 3 million people, this scene is quite common for young people to meet up and talk or plan activities. Well, when people meet up, especially for the first time, it is absolutely certain that there will be introductions. Now I think you guys are questioning that, how important are introductions really? Introductions are an important part of communication and have interesting cultural variations. The way we introduce ourselves can say a lot about who we are, where we come from, and what's important to us. And to express likes and interests allows us to be ourselves and connect with others. Since we are talking about introduction, why don't we try to introduce ourselves, do we? Now I have a conversation that you guys can practice with me. Let's take a look. From the screen, you see two people, Lily and Alberto. They're having an introduction. Moreover, you can see that they are having a handshake. Handshake is used as a greeting, so from their body language, we can tell that they're getting to know each other. Alright, let's listen what they will be saying.
Hi, my name's Liling. What's your name?
Hi, Liling. I'm Alberto, but please call me Beto. It's my nickname.
Okay, Beto. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Well, from the conversation that you just heard, there are three useful phrases that are mostly used when introducing yourself. First, what is your name? What is your name is a question asked when you would like to know your partner's name. Second, please call me. When you already introduced yourself, you might want your partner to call you by your nickname or another name, which can be easier to remember or to show closeness. So after please call me, you usually put a name that you want others to call you. From this conversation, Alberto says that his name is Alberto, but just call him by Beto. It means that his nickname is Beto and he wants you to call him by Beto. A last one, nice to meet you or nice to meet you too. This is something you say when you meet someone for the first time and you didn't know them before. It is used to express your feeling that you feel great to meet your partner. Since we already know the meaning of each useful phrase, let's practice this conversation. I will be Lily and you will be Alberto. However, I will change the name in this conversation to be my name and you can change from Alberto to your name as well. Shall we start? Hi, my name's Saimai. What's your name? Okay, nice to meet you. Alright, it was easy, wasn't it? One more thing about introducing yourself is that you can use my name is your name or I am your name to introduce yourself in order to make it sound more natural. Since we already know each other, should we move on to the next questions? Sometimes you may not hear your partner's name clearly. It's common to ask him or her to spell their name. To ask your partner to spell his or her name, you can ask, how do you spell your name? One more time, how do you spell your name? And to answer, you can say, it's spelled, and then follow with your name. One more time, it's spelled. S-A-I-M-A-I. Next, if you would like to know if your partner has a nickname or short name or not, you can ask, do you have a nickname or short name? One more time. Do you have a nickname or short name? Then you can reply that my nickname is Saimai. One more time. My nickname is Saimai. And the last question is, what is your email address? One more time. What is your email address? This question is asked to know your partner's email address. Then you can reply that my email address is, for example, saimai@happy.com. One more time. My email address is saimai@happy.com. Talking about symbols or address. This symbol we call @ or @sign. This one is .com and this one is .edu. If it is business name, it usually ends with .com. For example, www.youtube.com. If it is school name, it usually ends with .edu. For example, www.harvard.edu. And if it is organization name, it usually ends with .org or .org. For example, www.un.org. Next, I would like to talk about subject pronoun with be. Subject pronoun is a pronoun that takes the place of a noun as the subject of the sentence. And a sentence subject is a person or thing that performs the action of the verb. For example, I, you, we, they, or it can be someone's name like Peter, Mary, or Karen. Next is verb to be. Verb to be is a verb that is used to describe someone or something. It is most common used to talk about names, ages, feeling, nationalities, or professions. In English, there are 7 subject pronouns, which are I, you, we, they, he, she, it. And for verb to be present form, there are 3, which are is, am, are. For subject I, we use verb to be am. You, we, they, we use are. And for he, she, it, we use is. Well, to make it easy to understand, the structure is subject plus verb to be. For example, I am, you are, he is. Nonetheless, contraction form is also used. Contraction is when you remove one or more letters from a word and then you put 2 words together. For example, I am, I'm, you are, and it is, it's. To make sure that you understand what we just learned, let's fill in the correct verb to be. Number 1, I, a student. Which verb to be should we choose here? Exactly, I am a student. Number 2, Karen, a kind-hearted woman. Is, am, or are? Correct, Karen is a kind-hearted woman. Next one, number 3, he, a pilot. Correct, he is a pilot. Number 4, we, teachers. Exactly, we are teachers. And last one, number 5, a cat. Here. Exactly, a cat is here. However, we can use verb to be to form a question, to ask about something or someone, and it is easier than you think. Let me show you. As I mentioned earlier, that structure of subject pronoun with verb to be is subject plus verb to be. But to form a question is very easy. What you need to do is that you just need to swap the position between subject and verb to be. So you put verb to be in front of the subject and subject will be behind. For example, is she a psychiatrist? A psychiatrist is a doctor who studies and treats mental illnesses. Am I feeling well today? Or are we nervous? Nervous is the feeling when you feel anxious about something or afraid of something. And to answer these questions, you answer with yes or no. If it is yes, it follows with its subject and verb to be. But if it is no, it follows with its subject, verb to be, and not. to show that this answer is negative. For example, is she a psychiatrist? Yes, she is. No, she is not. Am I feeling well today? Yes, I am. No, I am not. Or, are we nervous? Yes, we are. No, we are not. For negative answer, you can use contraction form but with only is and are. Is not becomes to isn't. For example, no, she isn't. No, he isn't. Are not becomes to aren't. For example, no, we aren't. No, they aren't. It's like you contract not into N with apostrophe T and then you stick it together with verb to be. If I ask you a question, is she a doctor? You can answer me that, no, she is not, or no, she isn't. Alright, before we finish our class, I have a reading for you. We're gonna sum up what we have learned today. Okay, number 1. Banksy is a street artist and filmmaker from the United Kingdom. No one knows his real name, and there are no pictures of him. This way, he can do his work freely. Since no one knows his real name, does he have a nickname or another name? What is it? The answer is yes, he does, and his new name is Banksy, because it says here that Banksy is a street artist and filmmaker. Next, number 2. Giovanindo Vieira de Souza is a soccer player from Brazil. His nickname is Hulk. Why? He's very strong, but he also looks like the Hulk. Well, my question is, what is his nickname? Yes, exactly. His nickname is Hulk because he's very strong, but he also looks like the Hulk. Next, number 3. J.K. Rowling is a writer and the author of the Harry Potter books. Her full name is Joanne Kathleen Rowling, but her friends call her Jo. So, since her friends call her Jo, what is her real or full name? Exactly, her name is Joanne Kathleen Rowling. Last one, number 4. Paul van Aver is a famous hip-hop singer from Belgium, but anyone knows him as Stromae. The name Stromae comes from changing the sound in the word maestro from maestro to Stromae. Can you give me one subject pronoun with verb to be and his new name? Yes, it starts from the first sentence that Paul van Aver is a famous hip-hop singer. Alright, what about his new name? Exactly, his new name is Stromae. Alright, this is all for today. Today, you have learned how to ask someone's name or nickname, pronoun subject with verb to be, and how to respond yes no question with be. How was the class? It wasn't that hard, was it? Well, if you would like to know what lessons I'm gonna teach in the next video, don't forget to subscribe to the TSL channel down here, or you can follow us on Facebook. Since our time is already up, I do look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye bye!